Hi, good evening. Welcome to Mystic Moons. Today, let's take off on our psychic space shuttle with the mission to ask, should the United States of America, drop out of Nato, National Atlantic Treaty Organization, or the National Atlantic Organization Treaty of Organization. What NATO. The point is, should we drop out of it? It's an organization comprised of, I guess now with Sweden joining NATO, it's 30. It should be 30 European countries that we have sworn to give our blood, sweat, and dollars to defend each other. Now, excuse me, but we have 50 United States in the USA. And we all speak one language, and we have a union of togetherness. Sometimes we get on each other's nerves. However, we all stick together. Whereas Europe is totally different languages, customs. I mean, they've had centuries to pull it together. And this last EU, European Union, they still it's full of strife, and it's full of conflict. And what do? Every so often, if they ever stop, they're killing each other over intra or extra border disputes. So I mean, how are we benefiting from being involved in their centuries old disputes? How is the USA coming up tops with this alliance? I mean, Germany is starting a new draft again. They've been having wars over if they ever stopped. I doubt if they ever stopped conflicts. And I don't really hear the New Jersey having wars with Delaware or Pennsylvania or California having wars with Nevada. I don't hear that. I mean, we just freely get along as best that humans can. Yeah, we have our tribes. Of course, everybody has their tribes, but we don't go around killing each other and bombing each other. And of course, so we call a few names. That's about the extent of it, traditionally. And there's constantly propaganda themes that try and make us on each other's back. But all in all, we're 50 states that hang together and protect each other. Now, why should we be involved with NATO? We got enough damn problems right here. I mean, we have too many problems. And they're just like, give us money, give us money, give us money, gimme. And what are we getting? Don't tell me that people here can't do our own manufacturing and agriculture and everything else. I mean, this is a vast continent, a vast land, not the whole continent because of Canada and Mexico. However, let's get back to the question. Let's have a read. Should we drop out? Cut our membership in NATO. Let's see. Let's get some read on this. Alright. NATO. Should we get out? We have the Hermit. The Hermit. Self-evident, the Hermit. Us getting out of NATO. And we have the Death card. Okay? Death. The closure of our membership. Got it? We have standing by ourselves because we are 50 of us, and we have millions of people in these 50 states, excluding the territories. And then we have the struggle card. Now the struggle could be the Eight of Swords, could be, no, it's not the struggle card. It's the fact that this could leave us vulnerable to, let's say, perhaps Russia and China. Russia and China would be vulnerable. All right, so let's examine this Hermit card. So we have the Hermit and Death, and then we have this, it would be, we would have a bit of a problem, or we'll first let's look at the Hermit. Give us a read on the Hermit. How easy that transition be just to block it all, get out of that organization. That organization full of strife and things. I mean, you know they don't love us. We know they don't love us. They have all sorts of like ignorant Americans, etc., etc. Alright, now here we have the Ten of Pentacles and we have partnership. And we have here now, this could represent leaving the partnership, the UN altogether. And we'd be on our own. That's self-evident. We'd be on our own. The Hermit and leaving the group and in the partnership in the group. All right, that's that. We see that. Of course, it hasn't been that great of a party. Now, Death, the end of our involvement in NATO. Let's see. Give us two cards. Alright, let's see. I mean, it's perfectly obvious at the end of it. Let's see how. Alright. So we'd have to think for ourselves being the magician, and we'd have a damn load of work to do. We'd have to work for the first time, work as a nation. We'd have to do manufacturing, we'd have to do our mining, we'd have to reorganize our entire emphasis of getting and defending and thinking. Because that would be an adventure, the beginnings. Now, this isolation, or the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Swords. Now, it would be, we'd have to watch ourselves because this would be something new, and it would be like a baby taking a first step. I mean, you can fall down. However, you would get stronger. So let's just see, without me speculating, what some of the danger could entail. Oops, something fell out. Let me stick it back in. What could some of the danger, the perils could be of making us feel alone? Like we're not alone. We're 50 states, city-states, countries. I mean, if we were, it's almost twice the size of the the EU rather, Union of Europe, or the European Union, however you want to say it. Now let's see now. What would be psychological weakness? Because we don't really have a physical weakness here. It's perceived. And of course, if the mind perceives it, it exists. Unfortunately. Let's see. Okay, so we have the Page of Cups. Okay, the newness of it. The newness of being alone. And then we have the Knight of Swords. So, just trying something new in a country that, trying to get like tradition, trying to have tradition. Like we do have a tradition here in this country, it just hasn't been said. Except for like the griefs and this and that, but there is a rich history here. And it's time that we came out of the closet and found out and have the strength to weather the insecurities we are going to face if we decided to stand on our own and get out of NATO. Alright, let's just have two more cards. That's something that we should be mindful of that can aid us perhaps in this perilous time of decision. Of course, it all depends on the politics involved, the political leadership. To get out or stay in. If we stay in, we know what the course is: war, war, war. I mean, it's going to be more war. We're going to have the draft. We're going to have it anyway, actually, because I mean, there is no incentive to change from destruction. There's not a building vibration. It's being stifled. I mean, eat bugs, live in a shack, and do what you're told. It's kind of the directive that's coming across. And maintain hierarchy. Worship me, I am like, have more money, you have less money. So let's just do two things to help us get through the idea, to guide us. Let's just take two more cards, and then we'll get back on our space shuttle and think about it. Alright, we have the parade. We have the Six of Wands, fire. And then we have the Two of Swords. Don't go there, or like keeping it quiet. This could mean that like whatever plans to exit NATO are being made in secret. They're secret right now. And that it could be a very good thing. It could be a very good thing, but we're not going to discuss it at this time. It's not to be discussed, but it could be anticipated. So I look upon, okay, so that was a good read, and if you like that read, and it seems that, you know, exiting NATO is a very good policy, especially if half of the countries in Europe, or most of Europeans, want to have World War III. And what do they get out of it? I have no idea. Except for like the obvious. And, you know, the United States is the United States. We can be xenophobic. We are not. We are Americans first. Okay, so if you like that, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. And if you have a comment, please, you know, send it over. And for those subscribers, thank you very much. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. And if you'd like to buy me a coffee, the link is below in the description box, and I would appreciate it. Well, let's get back into our psychic space shuttle and go off and see the next place that we'll land. All right, thank you very much. Bye-bye.